To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty and everlasting God, who presides over all things in heaven and earth, come and preside over these deliberations so that those that make the decisions may be guided by your wisdom.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the December 4th City Council meeting. Will the clerk call the roll?
Mr. Barrett?
Here.
Mr. Belishko?
Here.
Mr. Mirren?
Here.
Mrs. McClay?
Here.
Mr. Brooks?
Here.
Also in attendance, Mayor George Brown, Controller Tony Thomas, Administrator Charlie McCormick, City Attorney Tim Henry, Finance Director Brian Swets, Assistant City Clerk Tracy Smith. Good evening. Welcome to tonight's regular session. Please turn off all cell phones. Following are examples of some important council rules. They are not intended to be a complete list. Please adhere as closely as possible to the 5-minute speaker presentation time limit. No persons are allowed to address the council from beyond the rail, except the speaker at the dais who has the floor. Chairperson shall preserve order and decorum and prevent attacks on personalities. Chairperson shall determine all points of order. No persons except city officers or representatives shall be permitted within the rail during any meeting without the express permission of council. Council kindly asks that the public please vacate the building within 10 minutes after the meeting adjourns. And finally, members of the administration, please use the microphones when speaking. And we have one announcement that the liquor license, we received a memo today, or a letter today from Attorney Hagan's office that the applicant has requested that the application be withdrawn. So that item will not be on the agenda.
Okay, we have comments on public legislation. We have, as you heard, one of the resolutions removed. There's still a resolution on the agenda and 2 ordinances. Anyone that want to speak on public? Mr. Troy.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear before you timed me. Did she say you're eliminating something? Because
Yeah, the liquor license resolution.
the liquor license transfer is
Not
out?
being voted on.
Okay, well, thank God. I was going to spend my whole 5 minutes on. Okay. I would like just to comment quickly on the, I wish I could get a little more than 5 minutes for this, but the $30,000 to be spent, I talked to Kathy on this, and she wasn't sure. The epidemiology laboratory capacity grant, I assume that's a state grant. And if it is, what is this money going to be used for? Is it disease control, which I assume has something to do with disease control? Personally, it's not.
No, go ahead.
There should be a reason listed in the agenda as to what this money is going to be spent for, because I don't think that the health department, I really think the bottom line is it's a waste of money, the whole health department. I don't see what, anybody here can counter that argument if you want to refute that, but are they supposed to be committed to disease control, to vaccinations? I've called them a few times, not for myself, but for other people. I never got any results. So you talk about, and that leads into my other point about the, I urge council to put this on the back burner, this thing with the health department. I also urge council to vote, as I indicated to 2 people already, or 3, to vote against the ordinance that would approve the adopting of the mayor's budget. And I indicated to you last time, I thought I did a pretty thorough job of that. I guess in the small time I have remaining, I'll have to reiterate that. But Mayor, you were one of the principal characters. I assume it was the triumvirate. That's a good word, right? The mayor and Charlie and Mr. Swets put their heads together, and I guess the best that they could come up with is a doubling of the sewer fee. I indicated last time, and Mayor, I don't know if I've said this last time, but I remember you at the UGI hearing about 6 months ago here in this very premises. You were the first one to speak, and you spoke about having empathy for the common man, common person in Wilkes-Barre and taxpayers here that already are struggling and overburdened, and that increase in UGI, which was implemented anyway, wasn't, I guess, the full amount they wanted, but they still got a sizable increase, and it's making people's lives harder, as this lady just told me. You indicated that you were against that and you had empathy for the people. So where did this empathy go? Out the window when you helped to prepare this budget, when you proposed a doubling of the sewer fee to $100. Now, there's an inconsistency here. I can't bring up the details right now in the limited time, but you indicated that you wanted $3 million is budgeted for 2026 with the increase in the sewer fee, but the only expenses that I could see in here, there was about $400,000 or $500,000 allotted for sewer maintenance, for maintenance of infrastructure. Now, something's wrong with this picture here, right? Where did the other $2.5 million or whatever it is go? What is that going to be? I mean, maybe you know, maybe somebody in council knows, but the public doesn't know. And I think we have a right to know. And I think, let me speculate, it looks to me as if, when you read through this budget, and it takes a lot of commitment, believe me, to look at these, to do this number crunching here. I can't believe that the best you could come up with is a doubling of the sewer fee to make people's lives more financially troubling, more miserable than what we have now. You all know. You all know what the struggles of people are here now in this. Do I have to explain this to you? Inflation is up, which means higher prices at the market, higher, maybe not gas so much, but higher prices for utilities. The list goes on for health care. The list goes on and on. People are struggling. How could you five vote in good conscience to make people's lives more miserable? Don't you owe some commitment, some conscience to the taxpayers who voted for you and put you in office and pay your salaries and benefits? Or is it just because the mayor and Charlie and Mr. Sweats didn't put their noses to the grindstone and come up with a better solution here? Now, in the time remaining, I'd like to make some proposals. I spoke to Jessica yesterday. You didn't call me back. I proposed a slight increase to compensate for that $1 million or $2 million, whatever the increase is, and the increase in the sewer fee, to look maybe at the mercantile tax or the business privilege tax, the slight increase there to compensate. How about that? How about putting the burden just a small amount on the businesses here? How about looking to cut salaries and benefits and overtime of employees here? They just got a hefty raise. I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but I'm saying in this day and age when we're struggling, can we afford it? And I say the answer to that is no. We taxpayers can't afford it.
Mr. Troy, it says in the agenda that the
What's that again, Tony?
state grant it's for electronic medical records. That's what it's for. It says so in the agenda, and that's a state grant, correct? Yeah, so the state is paying for that.
The what?
The state is paying for it, and it's electronic medical records, as it says
Medical records.
on the agenda. Anyone else
Oh, I
like
see
to
it.
comment on pending legislation?
So, that's it? No reaction?
Okay.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we need a motion and a second on the purchase of the electronic medical record system, the resolution.
Motion.
Mr. Barrett?
Second.
Second, Mr. Mirren. Mr. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Belishko?
Yes.
Mr. Mirren?
Yes.
Mrs. McCoy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then we'll need it was on the resolution, Sam. Now we need a motion and a second on the minutes.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Mirren,
Second.
second by Mr. Barrett. Mr. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Belishko?
Yes.
Mr. Mirren?
Yes.
Mrs. McClay?
Yes.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
And the two ordinances we'll take as a consent. That's the proposed mayor's passing the budget.
Motion.
and then the
Motion.
meetings.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Belishko,
Second.
second by Mr. Barrett. Mr. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Belishko?
Yes.
Mr. Mirren?
Yes.
Mrs. McClay?
Yes.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes. Council presentations, Councilman Belishko.
I received an email today from, and I want to thank the mayor, Charlie, from Joyce Sikowski, from our OCD department, that you are putting money into Charles Street Park. I'm thrilled. That's needed it for a while, as you well know. She's going to make it like it's more kid-friendly, meaning little kids, and new lighting, new sidewalks, new equipment. So I'm thrilled to have that park redone. new lighting, which is going to be huge there. Mayor, I thank you again. Appreciate that. Thanks, Tom.
Councilman Barrett?
Now, just listen to one of our attendees talk about the budget and how costs are up for the average citizen. You know that everybody's expenses are up. But also, conversely, the city's expenses are up as well. So I'd just like to commend the mayor's administrative team and everybody who worked on this budget for putting this together and being able to not raise taxes. The $50 fee increase in the sewer fee increase of $50, I think is very minimal considering the amount of work and that has gone into the sewer system and the amount of work that we anticipate the sewer system needing. So thank you for doing that. That's all. Thank you.
Councilman Marin?
Yeah, this pertains to landlords, and maybe this will help increase some revenue with the city. So currently, we have an ordinance. The landlords, they pay a licensing fee of $50 for each building, and an inspection fee of $100 is required for each rental unit. So I was thinking maybe we could increase those fees, maybe talk to council. I'd like to get some input from you guys to maybe increase those fees and maybe bring a little more revenue and help the citizens out a little bit here. Any thoughts on that?
Myself personally, I would love to see what we bring in, and that might be something you can get back to us.
Sorry.
What we collect on a yearly basis on our fees and inspections.
Right, and they're pretty minimal. It's
Yeah.
$50, and I mean, these landlords are charging a lot of money, especially, $1,200 a unit, and I believe, this isn't a lot to ask. And help the city out a little bit too with revenue, so that's all I have for today.
It brings a question up that now I have. When it comes to the college apartments, and for example, someone has 8 kids in one house, is it each bedroom classified as an inspection?
No, I believe it's one unit. One unit. So like, say if you have a double block, that'd be 2 units there. That's it.
Because I believe technically they all have to be on one lease, right? I think we discussed this. So they're technically not renting rooms, they're renting the whole place to 8
Yeah, so
people.
then it's only
Right.
1 fee then, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Councilwoman McClay?
So snow removal, just a quick question. Who's in charge of fining for the snow removal when they throw it back on the street? Because after we left here Tuesday, I saw that DPW had cleared most of, the side road here. I went past a business and there's a mound of snow that they just put. So is that something the police does? Is that something code enforcement? Code enforcement? Okay.
If you have, Councilwoman, if you have people where they can show, we go. You have enough problem.
Yeah, because that seems...
It's hard to prove, that's the other problem.
Right, especially when it's at night. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying when they take the time to clear it and then you go back and there's a big mound of snow in the road. Next thing, so the budget, just a quick, and since I have you here, I'm going to pick on you. So can we possibly next year get a year-to-date on the budget? So like on the parking booths. So for example, just put a year-to-date where we are so that we can kind of see why it's such a huge increase for next year. And then, and talking about increasing fees, maybe we can look at the garbage stickers as well, because there's continuous houses that put out, there was one house that put out 62 bags.
Whoa, wow.
So they're the homes that are gonna take the hit if we increase the garbage. It's not gonna be the average home that puts out 1, 2, and that happens on a regular basis. Some homes put 20, 25 bags on a regular basis. So maybe we could look at that for increasing revenue.
Do you want
Maybe.
They're limited.
That's a maybe.
Look, if we get one bag.
Well, I'm just saying, because that's gonna hurt the homes that are putting out 62 bags. That's an extra.
Yeah.
That's not, apparently that's not a single resident.
Yeah, I mean, and it gets picked up because obviously we don't want to leave it on the street, but
Yeah.
that's just a thought.
Wow, okay.
I'm good.
Good, okay, public comments? Ethamic Tavish.
Okay, a comment on this snow shoveling, and you could put it in the paper and call it snow shoveling for dummies. After all is said and done, I had a neighbor pile up the snow this high on that stormwater basin grate.
Oh, boy.
It's going to back up and it's going to freeze and my car won't be able to move. I had to go out and shovel that off. I mean, really, put something in the paper that says you can't do that, okay? Landlords, I got a good one for you. The landlord next to me allowed his former tenant to put up a fence to block me out so I couldn't wash the other side of my vinyl fence. And when he did it, there's a manhole there that has to be accessed in case of a sewage problem in the buildings. Lo and behold, I had the problem last week, and they had to crawl over the fence to get into the manhole. I've called him a number of times. He's an out-of-state landlord in Virginia. He never answers me. He doesn't care. The fence still exists, and that shouldn't be, it shouldn't be blocked off. He shouldn't have allowed his tenant to do that. She's not there anymore. Okay? Now I just want to comment about increases, about UGI, PPL. I know the sewer property is going up, property tax. You know, I only get what they call a COLA adjustment, and let's face it, all those entities are going to grab that, including Medicare. I got a arrow adjustment on my Social Security this year. Does everybody know what an arrow adjustment is?
I know what a COLA.
If you still, it's not COLA, if you are working, you are still putting into your Social Security. So they give you a raise. I waited 7 years. I got it last October. Guess how much a month I get? $3. That's what they gave me. That's my adjustment. Okay? When I lost my car, when that water backed up, I'm still having repercussions about that. I mean, I still think I should get some kind of an adjustment for that loss of that car. I took meticulous care of that car. I really. And this whole situation reminds me of a story with my dearly departed mother. She got a COLA raise, and when she got it, she was over by $1, and she couldn't get her Meals on Wheels anymore. So I went down, and while I was visiting her, she handed me an envelope. It was addressed to the President of the United States, and in the envelope it had $1. And it also had a letter. She says, I want you to read this letter, and I want you to mail it. I says, okay. I opened up the letter, and it said, Dear Sir, take your COLA adjustment and stick it up your ass. My mother said to me, are you going to mail that for me, honey? I says, yes, Mother, I will. I did. So it just goes to show you, it just keeps on going and going. It's a vicious circle. Mother was right.
Your fence issue, have you brought it to Bill Harris's attention in zoning?
Oh, no, I did not.
Is it a zoning, that would be a zoning issue if that fence is non-compliant?
Yeah, you need a permit to put a fence up.
So, pardon?
You need a permit.
Yeah, check with Bill Harris and zoning about that fence issue.
There was a wooden fence back there, and you could open it up and go in. But to spite me, that tenant, because I caught her stealing from me, is what the story. I caught her red-handed, and I took the merchandise right back off her. And she put that fence up so I couldn't get on the other side of my fence and wash it down. That's what I wanted to do. And when she did, she blocked the egress to that sewer that you would have to get into.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know the guys I had up there last week, they were younger and they hopped over the fence to do it.
All right, that's up. Good. Thank you, Mary. Sam Troy. Yeah, oh, sorry, that's Mary Beth, I don't know.
Well, I'm a little perturbed, and I feel bad, not just for, I mean, it's not a good thing to feel sorry for yourself, but for all the people in Wilkes-Barre who, you people unanimously just caved in to the desires of our administration to make our financial burden more unbearable. And I'd like to add to this, I forgot when I talked before, Mike, I tried to contact you along these lines. I don't know how any of you in good conscience could have voted for this budget, at least send it back. I mean, you know as well as I do. You look through this, have you, any of you looked, do you look through this budget, Stan? Did you look for any, I mean, everywhere you look. Now, he admitted healthcare went up 14%. So where is this, sewer fee is not going for infrastructure? Let's not be disingenuous, Mayor. Let's be straightforward and open and transparent. This extra money that you want is going towards these agreements that you made with the unions, CBAs, you call them, right? That you feel there's no way that you can ask for concessions on these five unions we have here? Salaries, benefits, overtime, pensions, the list goes on and on. It's a disgrace. And again, I'm not saying these people don't necessarily deserve a good wage, they do, and benefits. But in this time, in this day and age, when people are struggling to make ends meet, and let me finish the point about Mike. We just got whacked. If you were not sure about this, maybe you can confirm it, people, with what is it, Mike, that you voted for with the sewer authority? Our sewer fee is going to double by 2030. Now we just got a doubling of, I'm talking about from the sanitary authority, of course, the sanitary connection fee, they call it technically. And I talked to Dave Riley about this, or what's his name, Andy Riley. And to be honest with you, I couldn't, all I got was rationalization, like from Mr. Barrett last week. What was your rationalization for voting for the increased bill that you said, oh, we're in financial dire straits, there's no other way to do it? I just can't buy that. I mean, when you look at these expenses here, not just the areas that I just mentioned, but a lot of other things here. There's departments here that I don't even, line items that I don't even recognize. What is a utility realty tax, by the way? Is there any chance of getting more revenue for that? It's the same area as the mercantile tax and business. What is wrong with that idea? Can you tell me? Yeah, you're an intelligent guy. You went to the same school I did, University of Pennsylvania. What is wrong with the idea of proposing a very small 0.25% on the increase in the mercantile tax so that we can do away with this doubling of the sewer fee? What is wrong with that idea? Or the business privilege tax? Now, it's like 1%, correct? I think I asked Tony about it today. I think he thinks that's about what it is. Since its inception in the 1990s, was that before you were born, Stan? You're not that young. But it has not been increased, surprisingly so, in the 1990s. 1% it stands at. What, can somebody explain to me, how could you in good conscience vote to give us a double body slam in effect? You vote, I mean, you're a man elected by the people, your salary and benefits are paid by the people just like everybody else. But you just gave us a double whammy, Mike. You voted for the increase in this WVSA fee, which we're going to start paying next year. I already paid my rainwater tax, which Lackawanna County, by the way, doesn't pay. Now, I mean, if I could find somebody, Tim, maybe you can refer me to a good lawyer who do a pro bono work and see why we're paying a stormwater fee. There's some kind of conspiracy going on here. And now we're getting whacked. You're telling me there's no organization that can control the actions of WVSA. How could you in good conscience vote for that and then vote for this tonight? I'd like to ask you, I mean, if you have an answer for it, I'd like to hear it. And how could you other four, and you too, Jessica, I thought you had an open mind to this thing, on this budget. How could you justify making people's lives more financially miserable, to put more of a burden on them when I mean, it's not like we're living in a progressive time here when prices are going down and people are making more money. It's nothing like that at all. It's the exact opposite, and you know that. I mean, you may be pretty damn financially secure in your family and everybody else here. Anyway, I'm looking for an answer on that. Did you look at that, Mayor, by any chance, when your cohorts or your acolytes went over, when you tried to prepare this budget, a possibility of raising the mercantile tax by 1/4% or 0.5% or something like that, so that you wouldn't have to lay the burden on the normal taxpayers? Did you possibly look at that? Can I get an answer from that? Because I deserve it. I got to pay this doubling of the fee just like everybody else. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right. And I think you people are totally unethical. Not corrupt, but unethical. There is a difference.
Any comments?
Sam, I just want to let you know, I did check on the mercantile tax. It's 2.5%,
Okay.
so it's not at 1%. So it is 2.5.
Whatever it is. Did you examine the possibility of increasing it? Hey, what about the business privilege tax? That's 1%, I think. There's two
I'm going to
taxes.
assume that they've looked at every option. I myself went through this budget line
You
by
think
line.
your three family
line.
members that you have working for this city make too much money and have too much benefits?
Against somebody.
I mean, they may deserve it, as I said, but when people are losing...
Sam, Mr. Bennett.
Just a question, we're talking about sewer fees all night long.
Have an answer, Mike?
If you have a house that a couple lives in, and they pay the $50 fee, that was the $50 increase, now it's $100, and next door is another house, and it's 3 apartments in that house, do they pay the same amount? Do they pay more? I don't know the answer.
Each one.
It's per unit.
Or each apartment unit in the
Yes.
building, not
Yes.
per the building
Yes.
itself?
No.
Okay, all right. And that is actually what is happening, okay?
Yes.
All right. Somebody asked me that the other day, and I didn't have the answer. I
No,
just
the
wanted
answer is
to-
per unit.
back, and then
Per unit, okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, sir.
Sam, every time I try to respond to your questions are the same questions, every time. First of all, the 4 unions that have contracts, they're collective bargaining agreements. They're agreements that we have, and they all are getting what was agreed upon by the union and by the administration. You can't equate this increase in $50 for the sewer fees to that. Do you know what's going on Horton Street right now, Sam? Have you read the paper since June 25th? Do you see what these people are going through? Do you see the work we're putting in there? Do you see the money we're putting into the stormwater fees? We just had to spend $500,000 up on Cunningham Ave to replace the stormwater system up there. We're spending well over $500,000, $600,000 on Horton Street, Sam, because the lines are over 100 years old, and I keep telling you this, they're over 100 years old, they're in bad shape throughout the city, and we're trying to do our best. We're trying to be proactive, now we have to be reactive. I try to explain to you that the $50 fee has been raised in something like 10 or 12 years, and we pay one of the lowest rates in this area. Sam, you can shake your head. I'm telling you the facts. Do some research. You went to the University of Pennsylvania. Do some research. I'm telling you that if you do research, you're going to see the same thing that I did, that a lot of the areas in this area, a lot of the cities, the townships are paying a lot more than $50 a year. More than $100 a year. That's going to happen after this budget's passed. People are paying more. I have not raised taxes in 7 years. I have not raised any taxes. Sam, excuse me. Would you please ask me to be quiet while Okay, please. Council gave you 5 minutes uninterrupted. I'm just asking for 2 minutes. Okay, Sam? Out of respect, okay? I'm trying to tell you, I've not raised taxes in 7 years. This fee is needed. We need to put more money into the system so that we can keep repairing and...
I'm sorry, Mayor.
I know, I don't know if you're not wearing a hearing aid, but what's going on, but we're trying to do the best we can to repair the old, antiquated, faulty sewer system. And that's what we're trying to do. And if you lived on Horton Street right now, you'd be sitting there saying, Mayor, when are you going to open it up? Well, as soon as we can. But the main thing is, the system is old. Where you live, ma'am, the system is old. where you live, the system is old. Wherever you live in the city of Wilkes-Barre, it's an old system that was let go. We're trying to fix it now, and we're trying to do it the best we can. So yeah, we're raising the fees by $50 a year, roughly $4 in some sense a month. Okay, that's what we're raising. And it's needed because the system is old. Mike, and I'm sure that you feel the same way. This is in Mike Belusco's district, Wharton Street. He has to deal with everything that's going on down there, just like I do as the mayor. But we're going to fix it. It's going to be fixed the right way. There's going to be a 75-year warranty when we're done on that sewer system that's lined. And it's done because we have to do it. And there's other areas in the city that has to be done also. How do we do that? You want to give me a loan of $1.2 million?
Suggestions, Mayor.
Well, you want me to raise taxes. You want me to raise the mercantile tax.
You don't want to listen to
Wait, no, Sam.
Sam.
Excuse me.
Have
You
respect.
just said you want us to raise the mercantile tax. Okay?
I said that's one possibility.
No, that's your suggestion, okay? And I said I've not raised taxes in 7 years, and this is the first thing that we're going to do. And I thank council for having the fortitude to put this budget through and with the increase because it's needed, the people need it, and we're going to go forward and we're going to do the best we can to make this a city that's a safe city and try and keep doing what we can to improve the sewer systems. And ma'am, I told you what we're going to do at your house. We're working on it, okay? So Sam, you may not agree. Every 2 weeks you come here and you ask the same questions. You ask the same questions every 2 weeks.
No, I don't.
And yes, you do. It's either, Sam, it's the rain tax. Every time you come here, you ask about the rain tax, and I keep telling you it's the federal tax. I keep telling you that, okay? And everything else you talk about is the same thing, so I'm trying to give you an answer. Come on Tuesday. Get more of the information that you asked for on Thursdays. Come to the work session. Everything that we put on the agenda is talked about in detail at the work session, Sam. Come on in, you're invited. 6 o'clock, Tuesday night, am I right? Come in, listen to what we had to say. And then you'll know when you come here on Thursday, you'll have more facts.
Put me on a payroll, I'll come Tuesday.
Thank you, Mr.
By the way, Sam,
You always ask for.
I think you asked me for a job 4 times already.
You asked
So,
every one of
you
us
don't
for a
like the way I
job.
run the administration.
Response.
All right, anyone else coming from council?
Hey, Tony, isn't it
Very
fair
good.
that I respond?
Thank you.
Mike, you didn't explain it.